research, and so I've been like comparing these, and I think most of them are right. The only one I question is number 2.
Are you talking about the problem set?
Yes. Is that what we're talking about right now?
Oh yeah, I mean we can talk about. We got 2 assignments to talk about. So.
Oh, we have 2. What's the other one?
The fact that you don't know is kind of it's kind of big.
It's the proof for this week. It's a group assignment this week.
I have so many group assignments this week. It's just sorry. I'm not complaining about you guys.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can talk about the problem set first, and then we can move on to the threat model. The threat model is due Saturday. The problem set, I think, is due Friday.
Yes.
Yeah, let's run through the problem set, and then at least go through the threat model and figure out maybe how to divide it up and how we want to approach it.
Okay.
I think it's a good idea.
All right, problem set. One and two are those completed?
1 and 2 are completed. I just question the threat category of number 2. Because enter through a ceiling to gain access to the room. I think it was Matt. He put elevation of privilege. But I don't know. I kind of question it.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of funny because it's elevation. But let me open the cybersecurity book.
Let's see here.
Chapter 7.
Probably help if I had the actual assignment pulled up. Yeah, this class is brutal.
Dude,
yeah, the assignments are pretty rough.
Yeah.
That last coding assignment killed me.
Yeah, I still gotta finish that tonight.
I thought it was due at 5.
Oh, you do 5?
Everything's usually due at 5. I don't know. Maybe you went to midnight.
I never had a professor hold me to that. Like, you turn it in the same day. It's at least professors I've had.
Oh, I wish I had professors like that. I only had Kamo who did that. He was awesome.
Let's see here. 2.
I guess it would be elevation of privilege because it basically says allowing an action that is prohibited by policy. And I'm pretty sure climbing through a ceiling would be prohibited in every company.
Yeah, I guess that would work.
Yeah, I'll get rid of my comment.
Yeah, okay, that works for me. All right, so I guess on to question 2. Get the dread score. Are these the answers?
Yeah, this is pretty much done. It just
okay.
We're gonna I guess talk about it a little bit.
Okay, cool. I've been so focused on
the proof.
I haven't even looked at this one. The threat model one scares me the most. So.
Yeah, I looked at it and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, that one scares the poop out of me. So, all right. So there's little access to the asset, but possibly recoverable. Damage potential. Does anybody look through these and want to agree or disagree? Or
I looked through them earlier and I was like, I feel like it's pretty accurate. I mean, I think maybe some people could argue between a few numbers, but I don't think it would be a huge difference. So I don't know. I thought they were pretty accurate, but when I was looking through it earlier.
Okay. Little asset possible color. That's definitely 8. Um,
Oh, actually spelled that right.
the probability threat being
What does on the side of the screen?
I guess I'm confused on what it is that the question is.
Oh, so there's a bunch of charts for potential reproducibility, and you just essentially go through them.
Yeah, I mean, I got that part. I just,
Oh, okay.
do we have to compute? Okay, all right, never mind.
I would agree with 4 because it would take quite a bit of work to crack something with 40%.
For the threat to be realized, a breakthrough in technology is required.
That is 2.
Okay, I agree. For an attacker to find the vulnerability, it will require to do a large amount of creative thinking. I may disagree with that one.
No, I think that would be required. Yeah, it's 4.
Okay. A successful attack will leave the target computer completely compromised. Yeah, I would say
That would be 10.
Only 1 in 5 attacks are likely to be successful. Anybody disagree? 1 in 5, I think, is actually.
Yeah, it gives you 20%. So I that's what kind of what I was looking at is if it gives you a percent, you just that's the number.
That's
Oh, okay. Because that one confused me.
right.
That makes sense though.
Yeah, I won't disagree. It is necessary to break a 256 RSA key, taking a large number of supercomputers many years to crack.
Yep, that would definitely be 0.
I would say that'd be, yeah. Okay. About 10% installations will not be vulnerable to this attack.
Yep, that looks good.
Most attackers will find this vulnerability in a small amount of time. Yeah.
That looks correct too.
Wait a minute. Number 4, about 10% will not be vulnerable. Should that be 9 instead of a 1? Or am I thinking backwards?
I think you're thinking backwards because essentially what it's saying.
The 90% are vulnerable.
Oh, that's a dumb question. Yeah, put 9.
Oh, good catch.
Okay.
No, I was thinking it out as soon as you said that. I was like, oh, yeah, no, that's probably better. Okay.
The target asset will not be disclosed, altered, or denied. Yeah.
0. Yeah, I would say that.
The chance that an attack will be successful on a vulnerable system, I would say so. There exist tools on Metasploit that make it easy to attack this vulnerability.
So that would be 8.
Okay. And every single installation of the software will exhibit this vulnerability.
And
yeah. That's a crappy piece of software.
But it's impossible to discover. So
it's impossible to discover. No, right. Impossible to discover. But if you do, you're in.
Basically impossible.
Yeah. Just find anyone who's installed it. It is basically impossible for someone to discover this vulnerability. Yep.
Yeah, so what we have left on this is to create the data flow diagrams, and then that'll be it for this one.
Oh.
Yeah, I was confused on those, but.
Well, do we want to knock those out right now?
Yes.
Probably would take us that long. I will share my screen if you guys want me to. I can just do a Google Draw.
Okay, yeah, that sounds cool. The following program. Can you just click on that from somewhere? No, you'd have to download it.
No, it's a link, Orson. It'll load up a BYUI page that has it on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me try that.
All right.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
So can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Cool. That's not where I wanted. Okay. Data flow diagrams. Let's make sure we're going to use the right. What does it look like we got? We got an in, we got a user, right?
Yeah, we got a user. There's a password.
And a secret.
They have a secret and a password? Okay. Interesting. You get the secret. Oh, okay.
It's not going to be pretty.
It doesn't need to be pretty.
Oh.
All right. Should that be rounded corners?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Functions converting data.
I guess you're right. Is that going to be rounded enough for everybody?
Fine by me.
Brother Wilson? It doesn't matter what we think, right? All right. What are we looking at now? What else we need?
So we got user interface. What else? So we need that giant text, dashed box.
What are we asking for? Secret?
Yeah, so we got the secret, and then we got the password going into the program. And then eventually it's going to pass out the... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me look at the code. Oh, okay. And eventually it'll pass out the secret if the password is correct. So it asks for secret, it asks for a password, and then it'll pass back a secret.
Okay, so that's for 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's make sure we do that then.
Okay, so we're going to have a trust level in here. I'm trying to think of what it would be for. So get the password.
Then we're sending back to the user
A secret.
secret.
Yeah. The bottom.
Yeah.
Can I do a curved arrow?
Curved connector.
2 straight ones works great.
All right. So we're giving it secret. Giving it password. Right?
Yep.
And then it's spitting out
Then it'll ask for passwords until we give the right one, and then it gives back the secret.
So what is the password? I guess it spits out more than that, huh?
Well, it asks what's the password, and then it'll pass back a secret.
But we have to diagram all the prompts, right?
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Because we're trying to like show the flow of data.
All right. So I guess we'll show what it does in order.
So are we going to have a test in this class? Does anyone know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, next week's midterms.
No, gross.
There's 2.
Gross.
2 midterms and then 2 finals.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, it's like they've taken this class and just said, let's make it as hard as possible.
That would be Helfrich for you. I know you have good things to say about him, Ethan. It's okay.
Okay. Is this looking all right to everybody? I'm just kind of showing the order on which data is, or at least prompts are. Is everybody okay with this, or do you want me to?
Looks fine to me.
Okay.
But then again, I don't know.
Yeah, they only explained it for like a page.
Yeah, well, they only explain a lot of things.
Yeah, the whole past 2 weeks of assignments have only been explained partially.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think it's like really dumb when they want you to exploit it, but they don't teach you how to exploit it. It's like, what? Okay, you gave me the theory, but cool.
Yep.
I understand the theory.
Neat.
How do I do it?
Okay.
What's the secret? Secret is.
I assume we're gonna do something like this. And make it out of the line.
It has to be dashed, I believe.
Yeah, I will. I'll have to edit each one of them.
Oh, I don't know you could do that.
Like that.
That's cool.
What else we putting in here?
The secret is.
We're setting something. Setting the password.
I don't think we're ever using setters.
Well, you're not using specific setters, but you are setting a variable.
We set a variable secret and a variable password
Okay.
and prompt.
Yeah, and then I guess the get would be like trying to the do while loop. What's trying to match the. So it sets the secret and the password. I guess I have to add another arrow from the user to the UI, huh? For the prompt.
Yeah.
Okay. And it sends this stores the secret and the password.
And I don't think it. I mean, it doesn't store it any special way, so I think that's probably fine.
So just like a match here.
Um,
I mean, it doesn't return a bool per se, but
right.
I mean, I guess that while is a bool. So matched prompt. Password. That work for everybody? I know it's terrible, but
Ethan, you claimed my paper?
Sure did.
Oh man, it's terrible.
I'm not going to use that word.
Oh, I will. It's awful. I wrote it because my rough draft was garbage and I just needed a paper to turn in, so I just like threw it together. So be totally critical with me when you're sending in. Oh, you already did. Okay. I have to look at it. Wait.
is everybody pleased with this?
Please, yeah, this is great.
I think it looks great.
Awesome.
Just put it in there. We tried, right?
There she is.
Yeah, that's beautiful. The next one
It's
is
kind of the
this-
same,
but
but
using a function or class.
yeah.
So you want to do this one? So I can relinquish my drawing skills to someone else who might be.
How do you do it?
Oh. So where my cursor is, you can just do an insert, and then like at the top, hit insert drawing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of neat.
And then I'll share my screen so you can see. If I can figure out how.
Bless you.
Thank you. Okay.
Plus, I'm still eating my dinner. So
Oh, I can't look at it at the same time. What? Hold on. There we go. Okay, go to that side of the screen. All right. Shapes. So we're gonna have a user. Okay, so we have the user. So we're gonna be using the program.
If you want to, you can actually just hit save close, delete yours, and then copy mine, paste it in, and then you can just edit it so that way you have some of the. There you go.
All right, so the logic that's going to change is we're going to have a function for getting the information, right? I'm thinking that's what it is.
The entire secret is a class now that has functions and variables.
Okay. So something like this, essentially. Okay, so we got that. Then I'm gonna pass a secret. And okay, so we have the trust boundaries, storage. Okay.
I'm changing. I'm adjusting mine because.
Trying to account for the storage.
Yeah, you were right about the set and get stuff. So.
No, that's cool. Okay, so we have a set. Because we're set. Oh, we have a pen. So we're prompting for the pen. Okay, Ethan, so this program's working. All it's prompting for is a pin, right?
Yes. That's correct.
Okay. So that would get rid of that. That. So now it goes to get. So we're going in from the UI. So we're going to pass it. So this already makes it so you have to have a secret. Oh, okay, it's right there. Oh, okay, so that's how it works. It's really simply annoying. Okay, so get rid of that. So Ethan, I went to a job fair because a potential employer told me to, but they wouldn't let me into the job fair. How dumb is that? I'm so upset. That's right. And you're gonna get, and you're gonna pass the pin user. We're not setting anything.
How are you doing, Josh?
What's up?
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Good.
I'm tired.
I hear you.
This stuff really bores me. It's
I
not
hear you, man.
if it's not writing code, I'm kind of bored out of my mind.
Yeah, I hear. I feel you there. Although not writing code kind of relieves some pressure, you know.
Oh my gosh, last week's was just too much.
How'd you do on last week's, Josh?
I don't really know. I didn't think the assignment was super clear as to what we're supposed to do.
Totally agree.
And I think I think it really comes down to the fact that this class was designed to be taken in class, and the
Yeah.
teacher would explain most of the stuff that the textbook left out. But because we don't have a lecture session, we were kind of like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, Josh, buddy, I'm I feel you there. I honestly, it actually beat me up last week. I probably spent about 17 hours total working on this one assignment. And
Yeah, I only spent like 15, but still,
yeah,
it's ridiculous.
you only spent.
I spent about 8, and I was like,
man. Like seriously,
what?
you gotta step up your game, bro.
I know, jeez.
But and so by the end, the weekend, by Friday night, I realized that I wasn't doing it quite right. I didn't know how to do it right. I wasn't sure what they wanted from me, but I realized that what I was doing wasn't what they wanted. That's all I knew.
I had finished that 15 hours like that Saturday night, and then I was like, forget it, I'm done. And then when he sent the message that he had extended the dates, I was like, I'm not going to work on that anymore.
Honestly, yeah, I
had
the same reaction. I got the email and I was like, why?
Like an extra 8 hours isn't going to help me figure this out.
Exactly. Why can't I just be relieved of this? Just remove it from my life.
Just grade it so I can see what I did.
Please.
There's only one I know I did okay on, and it's the one where you enter the number right after the end of the array, and then your Boolean's true.
Yeah, that was probably about the only one I think I had right as well. I took a crack at it last night, and surprisingly, I was able to bust through a lot of it and actually get what I think was what he wanted. I'd sent him an email. When I turned it in, I was like, I just want to let you know, I have no idea what you want from me on this.
I left a ton of comments in my code of what I was thinking while I was doing it. Like maybe that'll count for something.
So Josh, did you just turn it in, just hope for the best?
Yeah, pretty much. I ran the numbers, and I mean, it doesn't bring my grade down terribly enough for me to really be concerned about it.
Like, even if you attempted all of them, that's like still like 50% on that one area. So I mean, like, you can still get a pretty decent grade, even if you didn't actually do any of it. So.
Well, and we didn't have to fully, like, it was worth 110% or something.
130, I think. So.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not too concerned about it.
Why can't we like write a cipher program? That would be more interesting.
I think we are later in the semester.
Oh, okay, that would be more interesting.
The password one, I think in a couple weeks.
The encryption one, you mean?
Yeah, the encryption. Actually, no, it was the. Is it the encryption?
Well, there's access. There's privacy. Well, there's the midterm next week, and then there's privacy, access control, encryption, and then social engineering.
The privacy. So the password program. In the privacy. I don't know if you guys have taken a look at that. It's a doozy.
It says it only takes 2 hours to complete.
Last week's only said it takes 3. So.
I hate that time measurement.
Let's see. No, I think you're right. I think you're right, Josh. It was the cipher program, the encryption one. No, that's not it. Which one was I? I was looking at where you have to basically find out how many different possible variations of a password there are.
Yeah, that's the password strength of week 9.
Yeah, is it that one?
Yeah, the privacy.
Yeah, I felt like there was more information in the assignment than what I'm seeing. So maybe there isn't. Yeah, that one looks like kind of a doozy.
What do we have to do? We just mixing it up?
It's funny. I was they give us an example of the program itself at that passwordmeter.com.
Yeah. And
I was looking at the JavaScript for that, and it's intense. It's intense. Obviously, their program does a lot more than what we're supposed to do in the assignment. But basically, you're just supposed to find out how many guesses it will take to crack the password.
Oh my gosh! Why?
So it's just that equation that tells you like the branching tree equation? You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Is it just that? That's all we have to implement?
Yeah, for the most part.
I have
I
no
mean,
clue what that means.
I think implementing is going to be far more difficult than on the surface it looks. You know.
Because I don't see the difference between, like, if you're looking at it, example 1, it has 439 as it, but then the example 3 has dog. So those are both 2-letter words. So if it is a branching tree, then that wouldn't make sense.
Right.
That one has more combinations than the number one, unless you're just saying this is just a number password and it can't be any letters.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, you got to find out how many guesses it will take to crack it, and then the equivalent in bits.
Yeah, if it's just a branching tree, I don't think it'll be that hard.
We'll see. I suspect it's going to probably eat my lunch, even though it may not look too difficult on the surface.
I think you're right, but I think if we have code to look at, we can just adapt the code.
Well, what was really interesting was last week I'd sent my email to Brother Wilson, and his response, I shared it with another buddy of mine in our class, and he was like, his response is a little weird. It's a little odd. I was just basically like, man, I did everything I could. I really wanted to learn this stuff, but I'm to the point where I'm just slapping code all over this thing, trying to get it to work. I was like, any advice or whatever? He was like, here. He sent me the example for the Lab 5.
Oh my gosh.
The actual answer sheet. And
What? He sent you the answer sheet?
Yeah, for Lab 5. So this was Lab 6 we were working on, and he sent me the one for the previous week, which apparently was supposed to help me. And then he sent me to this website where half the links in the website don't even lead to anything.
Oh my gosh. So bad.
Well, that was kind of when Matt emailed him too, and he posted that in the Slack channel. I was like, this email is worthless to me. Like,
Yeah.
It explains nothing.
Yeah. He didn't give me any help at all, really.
It's pretty sad because like this is actually stuff that is like interesting and a lot of us would like to know, but it's like, how are we supposed to figure that out?
Yeah, and what's really sad is you know, a lot of the code examples that Helpfrich has in the textbook don't even compile.
Yeah.
Um,
Or they
I'm
work
wondering-
differently like on your system than it does in the book.
yeah. Well, yeah, I compile everything on the Linux lab because their memory management is a little bit different than
Right.
a local machine would do. So
Guys, I'm
I wonder if we
confused
could just go ahead.
on the thing. So
Yeah.
you're authenticating the pin user, and then you're returning the pin user if it's equal to pin. Is that what we're
Are you
doing?
looking at the fetch
There-
secret?
They're
yeah,
calling get with a pin that they've passed in, and then pin
It's supposed to match to get
compares it
Rosebud.
to the pin created when you construct the class.
But where's pin user coming from? Oh, we're passing in.
You pass in pin user from down in main. They say string secret equals s.get pin. That's
Yeah.
pin user. So they pass that in. It compares it to the pin up and when secret is actually constructed. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it
Mhm.
matches their input to the 1, 2, 3, 4, and if it's equal, then it gives you, then it allows the secret string to be passed back.
So that's going to pass back the secret.
Well, it'll return true to this function get, and because it's true, it will allow the secret to be passed back.
So the Boolean. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. I don't write code like that. I write it like explicitly. I think it's a
I
JavaScript
like to be
thing. I've learned.
as cryptic as possible in writing code, lots of random symbols with no comments on what it's doing.
I hope you're joking.
I'm not. I'm just kidding. I am.
Okay, so we're passing back a Boolean.
you're gonna say something, Josh.
Oh, I just wonder if a tutor, like if we got a tutor for a group session and we all like signed in at the same time, if that would be more helpful than the teacher than emailing the teacher or whatever.
Yeah, I
Totally.
honestly like
Right.
I've never used a tutor before in any of these classes. I
Me neither.
strongly considered it for this one. But honestly, I'm in my second to last semester. I'm to the point where I'm so done with school. I just want to pass this class and move on with my life.
Man, I'm in my last semester and I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I just have a senior project in my project management class next semester. So this is my last like real CS class. I just want to be done.
I understand.
So I'm down. I mean, if you want to do that, I'm down for doing a tutor. I find
Yeah,
the
I
time
just-
to do it.
I've heard that people that like on these higher level classes, tutors don't really help. I don't know if you guys have ever used one.
I've been told the same thing.
That's possible. I can see that. You know, with it being maybe a TA or something that graduated last semester.
Okay.
I'll bring it up in the Slack channel and see what people think. Maybe we could get that.
Yeah, I'd be down. I just have to find the time.
Yeah. And we could even do kind of the same thing where if only certain people can make it, we can record it and allow other people to watch it.
Yeah, that'd be nice. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool.
Does anybody have any input on this? thing I'm
You need to
making?
change the user questions.
This one?
Yeah, I think all of them. I think it only asks one question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
If you want the secret, you need to give me your PIN, and then it says secret is, and then I'm going to tell you, or I'm not going to tell you.
right. Yeah, the example in the book of this data flow diagram is not adequate enough to assist us with this particular problem. But
Well, it doesn't even give us like code that it's referencing.
Exactly. It's just like, here's
Oh,
a little
right.
tiny example and with no referencing of anything. Good luck.
No, you're right. It just
Like, it'd be nice if they had like a little function, even if it's like a simple one, just to show how they're doing it. But
I think pseudocode just is so much easier to understand. Unless you write it Helfrich's way, of course.
Well, I just don't understand because like it has user, it's passing commands into the UI. But what are commands? Like, is it multiple things? Like, we don't have to say pin and prompt. We can just say commands. Or is that an actual? Is the user commanding the user interface to do something? Like,
right. Well, Josh, your guess is as good as mine, buddy. I can't even.
Sort of passing on the pin. Oh gosh.
Orson, I'd go ahead and save and close this for now. In the interest of time.
Okay.
Yeah. we can
Looking-
finish it up.
Looking at the third one.
I literally have done everything except these two assignments this week. So
Oh, nice.
I
Yeah, so let's talk about this.
yeah, I'm
Yes,
gonna be spending all my time tomorrow and Friday working on this and the threat model thing. So that's a good
the
start.
third-
Though.
Number 7, the data flow diagram for Gradekeeper, that looks very painful.
Huh.
It's very long.
We'll just pass
Anyway.
on that.
Here you go,
Matt,
Matt.
can you
Good luck.
can you do this?
Okay, so go into the threat model for the
Yeah.
proof assignment.
Let's take a look at this threat model here. Have you guys looked at the code?
I have.
No.
Jeez,
It sucks, man.
the whole thing. Oh,
It sucks.
so wonderful.
Oh my gosh, it sucks.
So, how do you guys feel about them testing iLearn with what is that program? Canvas.
I don't have opinion. I don't have an opinion.
I'm ticked off.
All right.
I've dealt with broken tools my whole time in college, and now they're trying to fix it perfectly.
Well,
So dumb.
my technical writing course was the worst class I've ever taken in my entire life. So
Oh, and what was that? 308?
yeah,
No. Oh wait, that's technical communication. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a waste of time.
I about murdered somebody. Anyway. All right, so I don't know how you guys would break this up. So the way he's grading this is based on individual contribution,
Yeah.
which I'm okay with because, no offense, I don't like my grade dependent on anyone else.
Right. And I mean, I'm sure he's going to be like an overall grade, but also your name needs to appear next to more than one thing. Otherwise, you're going to get marked down. Type of thing is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I hope at least that there's more weight to your individual contribution, but
Right.
because I have serious fears about whether or not we're going to get this done. So I'm just going to be putting in as much as I physically can myself, and I would suggest everybody do the same. But I don't know how you guys want to break this up. I know we don't have everybody in the group here to discuss, but I guess this is where executive decisions are made.
Right.
Case in point, last week.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't even know what a threat model is.
Better get reading.
This is your last semester?
Man.
Did you take software engineering 3?
I'm in it right now.
Oh, you're in it right now.
I'm in software 1, 2, and 3 right now.
You are insane.
I'm the project manager of software 1. Software 2 is stupid, and software 3 is just writing a bunch of papers.
What are you doing?
Graduating in this semester.
Apparently.
And I'm taking a senior project, and I'm taking statistics and this class.
Okay, do you have children or a job?
I do. I have 2.
And a job?
No, I work at night because I have to help with the kids during the day.
Oh, okay. Well, God bless you. And
so finding time to work on all of everything at the same time is like, what do I want to lose grades in first?
Yeah. Or
Not your team stuff.
what weapon will you
Exactly.
kill yourself with? I mean,
Yeah, I mean it's nice in 364 or software engineering 1 to be the project manager because I don't have to write. I just manage people.
that is if everybody in your group, everybody on your team actually does their work.
All 4 of my teams and their team leads participate. And
That's
then I make sure everybody knows what's going on. We just got a 92 on our SRS, so we're pretty
Hey.
proud.
right on. All right. How do you guys want to break this up?
Okay,
Honestly,
so we have an asset. So I guess we're just gonna like describe that.
yeah, it looks like it's just gonna be a description.
I guess
Or
I
at
need
least
to
it's
look
a
at
list with maybe a brief description. I'm dumb apparently. I don't know what it's talking about when it comes to assets of this to be protected by this program.
Oh, here I found a great link on Microsoft. I can't share it, can I? There you go. Put it in the comments.
I love how you would
Oh, I can put it in Slack too. Hold on, let me do that too.
yeah, I've got it. Interesting. Okay. Where did you just find this link on your own?
Yeah, I just said, what's a threat model?
Probably a good piece of course to provide, but whatever. All right.
So we have to make that, essentially.
Yeah, we're doing this entire thing.
For the threat model.bed, which I think is linked at the top of the page. Yeah, on the side, Kevin commented it.
Okay, so this is my question with this. how is it extremely difficult? Because don't we just go through the code and find all the possible assets and write those down, and then we would just do what we did in examples 1 and 2?
Well, look how much there is. I mean, that's going to be a huge data flow diagram.
Oh, let me look at it.
And there's going to be a lot. I mean, it's compared to the one that you just did, it's like probably 50 times as long.
Do we have to make a DFD?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Every instance of data communications, as well as all the processes.
Remind me to fire Helfrich.
And it's not. It's like I love how they're using structs instead of classes.
So good.
Obviously not a joke. I really love it. I really love it, guys. I love structs. False.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, this is not good.
Why
If
couldn't
you
they
draw
give
your
us a
DFD
simple
on a
program?
whiteboard, either transcribe it to paper or take a picture. Very good advice for the assignment.
That's a hint.
Everyone find a whiteboard and just draw little pieces.
Yeah, I just got one of those handy.
Yeah, let me go buy another one.
This
What
is
if what if we split it up by functions?
And I don't think that's going to work with.
no, that's not
Anything.
gonna work. Because it's all going to be one data flow diagram.
Exactly.
It's not a data flow diagram for each function or each struct or each.
Oh no! What I was saying is, not for the DFD. I don't know how.
Come up with a
we're gonna
list
do
of
that.
threats. Additionally, create one complete threat for each member of the team.
Oh my gosh!
So each member. So, assuming we have like 8 or however many we have, we need asset, threat, category, risk mitigation, and comments. So basically, what was on the problem set, but one for each member of the team. Just copy those boxes over.
I'm not gonna lie. I hate this class. But I wish this was more like the security class that the CIT has.
Yeah, this class assumes that there's a certain set of knowledge that each student already possesses.
A master in C++.
Well, to me, this is like a graduate level class.
yeah, that would be. I would probably agree with you there.
What do you mean by that? Like you have to graduate to take the class, or
No, I
it's
mean, like,
for-
this is the type of class I would expect to see in a graduate school. Not.
So to get your master's, this would be
Yeah.
a course that you take.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I feel like this is too hard for graduating a bachelor's.
Oh yes,
That's what I'm saying.
That's exactly what we're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's exactly what we're saying. Is that this is an undergrad class, but yet is as complex as you would expect a graduate class to be.
Well, I think it was designed to like teach us how to write secure code, but it's kind of evolved into something
Else.
much bigger than that.
Yeah. I honestly, a lot of these classes, especially this one, I feel like they took a bunch of material from 700 different classes and just slapped it all together. Perhaps while intoxicated, who knows?
Could you imagine Helfrich intoxicated? That would be funny.
Man,
Okay. I don't even understand what this file does. Is this testbed?
What file? The
Oh
bed
my.
file?
Yeah, I think this is testbed.
no.
This is testbed. It's
Maybe
definitely
grade
testbed.
file.
Yeah, look, it says it compiles and
Compiles
tests
and tests
user
user
specified
specified
source code. This is testbed. Oh my
You
gosh.
got to be kidding me.
I don't want to debug testbed.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I guess since we have the source code now, we know how to trick testbed into accepting all of our assignments.
I think I should expose testbed and say, here you guys go. This
Well,
is
if I knew how to actually exploit a program, then I would. But they can be rest assured that I don't know how. They haven't taught me how to do that. So this source code's safe in my hands.
Same here. Because I don't care. Holy moly. Where's Maine? Is that at the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
So back to the assignment. I went ahead and just put those boxes that were in the past assignment because we need one for each member of the team.
And
Oh, did you?
that's the threat list, right?
The threat list.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Whoops, I copied it.
That's okay. You got them.
Okay. I don't know who's doing it, but
Oh,
geez.
I was just gonna grab them and move them.
Yeah, that's fine. You go ahead. Yeah, that's the threat list. So
Do you guys have a document for this one?
Say what?
oh yeah, it's in Slack, I believe.
I have 470 week 07 problem set.
It's up a little bit from that.
Oh, okay, through model. There it is.
Yeah.
Golly, the scroll on this when you're highlighting stuff is
So
wicked
good.
fast. That's crazy.
Okay.
I don't know how to delete that line at the end. Whatever. I don't care. All right. This is fun. You guys having fun?
This
No,
is so
kill me.
fun.
Can we all just write an email to the teacher and say this is overly complicated for us
Not gonna help.
people?
Well, we
It's
could
a-
talk to the other group and just have a walkout, and then he'll curve it for us for everyone.
That'll walk out. We will not turn in another assignment until this stuff is made up.
Appropriately hard.
Like, I don't know how we would do that. Just be like, okay, we've got your money.
Yeah, exactly. Here's a 0. Good job, guys.
Enjoy. Okay, threats.
So come up with a list of threats and then additionally create one complete threat. So above the threat list, we'll write them all, and then we need at least 8, I guess, for each member of the team. Anyway, so how do we want to split this up? I don't even know where to begin.
I don't either. That's why we're just kind of talking. I don't really know how we would start.
Could we split up the assets and the threat categories and the risks? Like have someone just go through and try to find the assets, or a few people try to find the assets that you're
Well,
trying to protect?
We could assign a function to every person or something. We wanted
That's
to
what I
do
was
that.
thinking, to like find the assets and maybe threats. How many functions are in the document? Have we counted yet?
No. No, we have not counted.
Okay,
Um,
let me
a
copy
lot.
it.
I feel like we have to write another program just to tell us how many functions there are.
Okay, I'm gonna paste underneath this line, maybe, if it lets me.
I think there's more functions than there are members of our group.
Well, I mean, where are all the assets? Are they just in the struct, or
No,
are they
they're
in the
just-
functions themselves?
You have to find them.
I know, but I
Okay.
think all of the assets are in the struct at the very beginning.
The struct assignment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's probably a large amount of them because it's like the assignments and the grades and everything.
The test file.
And there's probably more, but I mean, each person could select one from that list and just write it in their description, and then just make sure nobody else is doing it. I mean, that would get us started on the threat list at least.
the threat list or the asset list? The threat list.
Threat list, because
I
we
guess
each
don't
have to do
all of
one.
them. We just have to do one for each person.
Well, it says create a list, come up with a list of threats, and then additionally create one complete threat for each member. But it doesn't say how long the list needs to be, so I don't know.
Are you
Yeah.
talking about the struct instruction?
Assignment,
Assignment. The one above it.
the first one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Can someone interpret that for me if you know what that means?
What mean?
Come up with a list of threats. Additionally, create one complete threat for each member of the team.
So
So,
basically, create
yeah,
your own.
So
Well, I think
like
we come up with a list of ways that it can be exploited, and then we have to do like a more detailed version of one of those per person.
be like in mine on the under the threat list under my name. So like I could do default time limit or whatever. So then I would have to more or less do what we did in the problem set. Type like exactly what we did in the problem set, but over the asset that you choose for your person or whatever.
Okay, but we have to have a separate list from this
Yes, a list of all of them, but we only have to go into this detail on.
on one per person, each person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe that's what he's saying. I don't know. It's very
Yeah.
vague as usual.
You know, guys, I think the best thing to do is just fake it till we make it. We're almost done.
We're
So
only halfway.
We'll just pretend like we know what we're doing. That's halfway there, man. We're
Glass is
halfway.
half empty.
I wonder how many people have dropped it.
Well,
I think the
Matt,
glass, not the
I think Matt
class.
mentioned he failed this class already.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I guess.
Yeah, whatever.
Did he fail it or did he drop it?
I think he said he failed it.
I think he was failing it, but he couldn't bring it back up, so he had to drop it.
Yeah,
Wow.
I have another buddy who took this class and dropped it like 2 days in. And was like, "This is nuts."
Too bad it's required.
Yeah, right. And there's no other option. Like,
I think it should be optional. Like, you should want to know this, or you don't need to.
well,
Because honestly, I don't need
Well,
to.
I think you need to know how to write secure
Yeah,
code.
there needs to be an easier class for like secure code, and then this, or just as part of another class, and then this needs to be a harder class for those that are more interested in details.
Seriously, I think that would be better.
okay. So it looks like you guys just pasted the code into the.
Yeah, I did that.
Cool.
Hope you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Okay.
All right. I mean, all right. So assets, we got to find the assets, and that's just
I think the assets, as Ethan was saying, were in that first struct.
okay.
Who's JMAP Pontius? No wonder they don't want to rewrite testbed.
Well, I don't see how we're able to find vulnerabilities in it if every single class has done this. It should be, vulnerability free and
Maybe.
actually work.
I think we're all just students at the end of the day, and we're like, I don't understand this class, so this is a vulnerability.
No, and I'm not even sure if we're supposed to like come up. Oh, I don't know. I mean, we have to explain the risks and the mitigation, but it's not the same as like where we have to like find vulnerabilities in it.
Yeah, it's not the same as the vulnerabilities per se.
Yeah.
It's the data flow diagram is going to be more, I think, code driven, and then the asset list and the threat lists, those are less code driven. They're not like necessarily how variables are accessed or transferred or passed. It's just based on the data that is being used and consumed and processed. And then if that were to get free, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just talking. I don't have any idea what I'm talking about.
That's what we all do. It's
That's how we figure out what to do.
I feel like this whole class is that we all just start saying words and we're like, yeah, that sounds good. Write that down.
I'm lost, man. This is
Yeah.
shit, man.
So I guess to start off, at least, because I got to go to bed. I got to get up for work in the morning. But to start off, at least, we could just go through the asset list or the information and pick something that you think you could do like a threat list thing on, and just go write it under your name. And then we could try to do that, because that's kind of like what we did for the problem set. And so we have that to model after. So we could do that at least. And then ask people. I don't know. I think we're meeting tomorrow night as well. So
Yeah, I think would be a good idea.
yeah.
Are we meeting
Well, we can
tomorrow
get
night?
started on the asset list thing, and then hopefully tomorrow night somebody will have a better idea and can teach us all what we're doing.
What time are we meeting tomorrow night?
I'm assuming
Probably the same time, yeah.
Yeah, probably 8.
Huh. Okay. Shoot. I'm trying to figure out another time to do another project. Oh, kill me.
you're a madman, by the way. Madman.
It's all I ever do throughout the week is trying to balance time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so we determined that most, if not all, of the assets are in the struct assignment.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
Maybe not all of them, but some of them definitely are assets.
Yes,
But
some
I'm
of them
sure
are assets. But I've been because there's a grading, grade mode that has a whole file and a bunch of different things that I've been looking at. So
Oh,
I think we're
great.
gonna have to go through. If I don't work tomorrow, then I'll go through this whole thing and try to get as far as I can on this assignment.
Well, then I will pray to Allah that you don't have work tomorrow.
Well, you'll be praying for snow because that's why I won't have work.
Then I will pray for snow.
Where
We
Josh
will-
lives.
All pray for snow.
Know where Josh lives. Allah, Buddha.
Mahatma
I'll hit
Gandhi.
them all. I'll hit them all. All right. Cool.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, I guess just take a look at it, take a stab at it when you got time. I'm going to be working either on, so like I said, I got everything else done. So I'm going to be working on this tomorrow and Friday. And then, if at all, Saturday, I pray to everything to the Virgin Mary that I don't have to do on Saturday.
I'll be working on it whenever I can. But this week has been crap for me.
Yeah,
So-
I'll make sure I have nothing else due tomorrow night, and then I'll look at it after work. So
Cool. I'll be on. I think we're going to meet, but if we, I stay up late every night. So if anybody's on and you just want to collaborate with somebody, just hit me up.
I'm up to 7. Are you up that late?
I usually am up till about 2 or 3 in the morning.
Okay, that's not bad.
all right. Well, I gotta go, guys.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Good luck, Ethan.
See you guys. See you, Josh.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
Oh, kill me.